Hi, everybody. Welcome. And Ken is in the background producing.
Good evening, everyone.
Let's see. Donnie was first. Apparently Donnie was first twice tonight.
Yes.
Don said, piss off, loser. Just messing with you. Let's see. Ego doesn't need to be stroked. They're talking about joking around. Donnie's like, that's what makes hanging out with us guys fun. Everybody, actually. And we have fun when we get together. Hey, Stephen Haynes.
Hey, Stephen.
Hey, look, it's Todd. Todd's here. Todd. Hi, Todd.
Good evening, Todd.
Todd's buying a house big enough that he can build wood models in it.
Ooh.
And Don says he was waiting in the wings just in case. So I'm going to turn the chat over to you while I start working on this thing.
All right, that sounds good. So in about 10 minutes into the stream here, I'll start doing some trivia as well. I have 20 questions again.
Very cool.
This time it'll be jumping around a little bit more, less like it was last time.
Nice. So we left off last time with this. I just put this on here, and I noticed because I had thinned the glue that the H was starting to curl, as wood does when you get it wet. But I threw some spray Mod Podge on over top of it, and it came out really well. It glued everything down. You can see it a little bit there if you angle it just right. I'll knock that shine down with some flat, which the Mod Podge was supposed to be flat, but that's how things go.
Just imagine if it was the glossy Mod Podge.
Exactly. So what it says to do next is put tape across the Wyoming territory. I'm also going to tape the stick down because otherwise it's going to wander all over the place.
So Don says, what is good? Donnie says the U is crooked in U.S. Marshals.
It is, and that's okay. So just realize the tape that I grabbed is not what I was looking for, which is washi tape. That's actually Tamiya tape.
There we go. Don says, oh, we're playing 20 questions tonight. Yes.
Yes. And some of them, I'm sure, well, I don't know. Are some of them multiple guess?
No, none of them are multiple guess tonight.
That's
but
cool.
Some
too.
of them have extra information afterwards. After I give the answer, I'll maybe give a little bit more detail into that answer. Not a lot of them, but some of them.
Very cool.
Actually, one of the trivia questions I had to skip because it didn't sound right when I found it, and then I did the research on it and I found it was incorrect. Was what is the only mammal that cannot jump?
White man?
No. The trivia quiz said elephants, and that's correct. Elephants can't jump, but neither can hippos or rhinos. So the elephant is not the only mammal that cannot jump. So
tape is not sticking to the side of the wagon. Hopefully it'll stick to the letters.
Trent is here. He says, hey guys.
Howdy, Trent.
And thanks, Buck, for commenting on my very first parts build episode.
Oh yeah, that is a good build, and you're doing a great job.
Yeah, I got the second one already up and ready to be released next Tuesday.
Cool. I've got. Well, I did some of the part works that I'm working on today.
Nice. I think the rest of this week, though, I'm going to try and spend on the buddy build of the Reliant.
Yeah. Well, then I started working. Finally, got back to the victory section. I had a brain dump there for a minute.
Ah, yes.
And it is slowly, ever so slowly coming together.
Don says, other than you being crooked, he said it just might need Viagra.
Yeah, could be.
Donnie says, but to me, a tape is washi tape.
It is, but it's different in the fact that it's a little bit thicker and harder to tear.
It's also got a better machined straight edge.
It does.
Donnie says duct tape will stick to the wagon.
It will forever.
And then some.
It's been a long time since I cut tape because I've always had the washi tape lately.
Don says it was a good start. I watched it earlier, Ken. Thank you very much for watching, Don. Actually, I had just got a comment during Don's stream there that someone said, boy, your voice sounds really deep there. It might be your microphone. And I said, no, that was just my work voice.
Yeah, I noticed that at the beginning. Welcome to my Terminator build. I was like, holy shit.
that was my work voice when I had to, deal with people and had to sound really serious as a police officer. That was the voice that was used.
That was the I will kill you voice, huh?
That was the don't mess with me voice.
Exactly.
My patience is not there.
Oh, yeah. And back in my days as a first sergeant, I had one of those voices as well.
Yep.
And it's kind of funny because it's now August and my real retirement is coming up very fast.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
It is. And it's like, wow.
Don says a manly voice. And Gordon is here. Hey, Gordon.
Hey, Gordon. Yes, the FAFO voice.
Yes, my FAFO voice. That's the one.
Yep.
Which you don't use when you're dealing with children and stuff like that.
No.
Or necessarily the victims or whatever.
Well, you do use it sometimes with children because sometimes you have I'm sure at times you had a 25-year-old child behind the wheel of a car.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny that some things that are going on around here with the dogs. Because today, Marley was chewing on a bone and I walked out of here for a minute. And so he followed me. Actually, no, Marley was chewing on a bone where he's at now. And Apollo came in and Marley got up and backed away from him because he's still a little bit leery of Apollo.
Right.
And he left the bone behind and Apollo took it and bolted upstairs. And I'm like, really? What was funny was a little while ago, Marley's got a different bone. He was upstairs chewing on it in the bedroom, over by the bedroom door. Apollo came in and Marley's put down the bone, looked at him and went, "Rrr," and Apollo went, okay, I got it. Well, it's kind of funny because Apollo was scared to death of Murphy, our pug.
Right.
Until he realized, wait, I'm bigger than he is.
I could kick his butt.
Yeah, well, and they've had their issues. And I think that Marley, being the newcomer, has finally realized, wait a minute, I am really part of this family. I have rights. Newfound discovery from him today.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny too. I got the funniest look from him because he loves to lay in my bed with me when we're watching TV or whatever.
Yeah.
I went upstairs to kick back a little bit before the stream, and he laid right in the middle of the bed. And I'm like, no, Marley, you need to move and give me a little bit of room for my legs. He's like, yeah, whatever. So I grabbed him. I pulled him up to the top of the bed. He's laying flat on his back, which dogs, that's a submissive position for
Pose, yeah.
dogs. And he just laid there and he's like, did you really do that? And he realized I wasn't mad at him. I was just moving him. He's like, oh, okay, I'll lay on my side now, Dad.
By the way, you're sporting a double goofy again tonight?
Yes. Hang on. I forgot to take that off. What I need to do is either turn off the one here. Yeah, that's what I need to do is get the one here turned off because let's see, media assets. Is that it? It is. Boom. There. Now we got no double goofy. Now we can put the other goofy back. Goofy.
There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, or really, to be honest, gentlemen, time to start our trivia. Although Mary may be watching, she may be playing along, so I guess ladies and gentlemen is appropriate.
It is.
So, this first one here should not be an issue. It's I found a fairly easy one. Question 1 is, which dog breed was traditionally kept by monks in the Swiss Alps to find lost travelers? Which dog breed? Which dog breed was traditionally kept by monks in the Swiss Alps to find lost travelers?
A Chihuahua.
Yeah, Chihuahuas are running around out there.
Yep.
Donnie says you still have a double goofy. There's one in the corner and one in the chair.
Are you kidding? There's a goofy here and here and here. Let's see, another one here. There's one hanging there. There's 6 on the monitor. Goofy's everywhere.
So Don says a Saint Bernard, and Donnie says a Saint Bernard. So the Dons agree.
Do you ever think that maybe they're actually only one Don?
No, because they were both at Wonderfest, were they not?
They were, but you never know. One of them could have been a decoy.
Stephen Haynes says St. Bernard.
Yep.
I believe one of my trivia questions is going to be super easy for Stephen Haynes. I believe, if it's this in this trivia. Let me go back and check.
And by the way, I also say St. Bernard.
Yes.
I had to say Chihuahua because it was funny.
Yes, yes.
That's right. I threw away all my... Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't throw away all my old paintbrushes. Yay.
So the answer is correct. It is the St. Bernard. Like I said, a fairly easy one. Which was traditionally seen or depicted with the little miniature keg under its neck.
Which, if that actually has booze in it, is worse for you than...
Yes, especially if the dog's been running around out there for a while in the cold weather, because the alcohol will get colder than the freezing temperature of water, which will drop your body temperature further.
Well, it also will...
It'll make you feel warmer.
It'll make you feel warmer, but it will really thin your blood out and be really bad for you.
That too, yes.
Okay.
Donnie says, my vote counts more because I'm number 1. And Don says, oh, you're pushing it. So there we go. He's putting on the glue.
Yep.
Got the letters all ready to go.
Very thin glue.
Is this the Mod Podge or is this the wood glue?
It's wood glue, but I thinned it with water.
Yeah.
That is the nice thing about having the brush toilet there is I've got fresh water for anything I need.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a good point.
And if anybody has not seen it before, we call it a brush toilet because I can flush the water.
I know, I like that so much.
Oops, I left the Y behind.
Whoops.
Well, we'll start with Miami territory and we'll put the Y on after.
Steven says the Dawn's War carries on.
That did not feel good. That felt like it could have been dangerous. I swung the knife around and I felt it scrape along my finger or along my thumb.
So what letter did you say you left behind?
Why?
But why?
Because.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Donnie says, now the Y is going to be crooked.
That's allowed.
One Y per line is allowed to be crooked.
Exactly.
Along with one U.
One letter per line. If it was right, it wouldn't be my build.
All right, we'll go to question 2.
Uh-huh.
This is an art type question. Question 2 is, who painted Starry Night?
Ha! I know that.
There we go.
That actually, when I was a kid, there was a show called Marcus in the Morning in Anchorage, Alaska. Marcus being the DJ, and they had a contest I just remember Marcus because, he was who I listened to, but they had a contest at the radio station that had to do with that picture, and it was called the Crime of the Century, and it blew my mind when I found out what the Crime of the Century was, because it had to do with music. Yes.
Don says Van Gogh. Donnie says Van Gogh.
No. It was in Peanuts. You have to pronounce it right. The way it was spelled in Peanuts was Van Gogh. That's how I thought it was said.
Donnie says, damn it, Don, you typed too fast, but I'm still number 1. Steven says Van Gogh as well.
And if I remember right, the crime of the century that they were talking about was him cutting off his ear. Wasn't it? I think it was Ophelia. Was his girlfriend's name, who did not love him back, or he loved him, but she didn't love him back.
Right. Don says, but I'm still retired.
Yay! Yay, retired people.
Yes, so the answer is Van Gogh.
What was his first name?
Vincent?
Yep.
Because my answer actually says Vincent Van Gogh.
Donnie says, hey, Don, you can be number 1 when I have to go at 9. It's so neat how Donnie's system is just so regimented. He has to go at 9, and he knows that. That's not sticking. Oh, no. Now my W is way off.
Oh, now you did it, Buck.
I think Don hinted at these letters being a pain in the behind before.
I mean, probably not a rush to take the tape off. You can let them sit there for a long period of time.
Yeah, well, all of them are loose right now, so I'm going to have to re-glue.
Yeah, Don says, yep.
So,
do you think your glue's maybe a little too thin? I have no idea. I'm not being there.
It might be. It is very thin. but that also will let it help it to soak in a little bit better.
Right. Would it also be worthwhile before you put the next line on the other side and stuff, doing painting glue on the back of the letters as well?
Probably would have been better.
So that you have both surfaces with glue on them. So almost like a 2-part epoxy, or like a 2-part...
like contact adhesive.
Thank you. That's what I was thinking of.
I could do that, but then, if we were doing things the right way, it wouldn't be me.
Donnie says, "Uh-oh, you're only allowed to have one letter crooked on each line, Buck."
That's okay. It's 2 separate words.
That's not. It's not crooked. It's just lower.
Yeah,
because that's allowed too.
Actually, both of them look pretty good. And that's the thing is, in my opinion, if it was perfect, it would be bad. Would not be as good because this was made in the 1880s.
There we have it.
I mean, and I think they were more concerned about getting the bad guys than making the letters straight. Also, if anybody is interested, just thought about this. Right now, Model Expo is having a very interesting sale. So, I did the dory, and they gave me credit back for the dory.
Right.
Any of their shipwright models, which is the dory, the lobster smack, and there's three that they do that are their shipwright series, or any of the Midwest models, because they're all entry-level type models. If you do them, if you do them and send them a picture, or if you buy them in August, by the end of August, and you send them a picture by I think it was the 31st of October, they'll give you credit back. So basically, you get them for free.
Howard's here. He says, the fire's rolling and the rain's coming down, and I'm in my garage with the lights flickering, trying to do some cleaning. It may get sidetracked. Don recommends just leaving the tape on till it dries. People are saying hi to Howard. Donnie says you could paint the glue on and wait a few minutes for it to get tacky before you put the letters on. Yeah, like we were saying with like a...
So I'm wondering, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to try something. It's going to be wrong. It's going to be fabulous when all the letters are spread out everywhere.
And Donnie says they look good to you, Buck. That's because you're a little crooked too.
I am. So what I'm going to do, they recommend letting these dry before you do anything on the other side. I'm not that smart.
Jody's here. He said I had to go light blick spray the Cardassian ship. Hi, Buck and Ken. And then Jody said, "That's right, light blick."
Light blick? That's a new method of light blocking, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. I heard a noise and I was like, no, it was the latch here falling out. All the way out now.
Howard says, light blicking, the new thing you dunk it in the paint.
And he actually is asking if these are photo etched. They are not. They're what I like to call wood photo etch, but they're painted gold.
All right. Next trivia question, number 3. Which planet has over 145 known moons?
It's not Earth.
It is not. So one of the planets in our solar system has over 145 moons. Which planet is it? Jody says Jupiter.
I agree with Jody.
Howard says, I'm waiting for a tree to fall in my garage. You're going to pull a Dawn, are you? Donnie says Saturn with an exclamation point.
Matter of fact, one of the planets, or one of the moons out there, is has one of the planets, or one of the planets has a moon that is one of the most likely places in the solar system for life on it outside of Earth.
Let's see here.
Little planet.
Don says, why not Jupiter? Alex says, good afternoon, Buck and Ken. Stuck at work for another 3.5 hours.
That's what happens.
Steven says, Jupiter. Don says, it has been done. No more trees.
Yeah.
Donnie
been done
says,
once.
Yeah. Donnie says, oh no, Alex stuck at work. Who'd thunk? Now that's Jupiter, Buck.
Huh?
All right. So the answer is Saturn. Saturn actually has 146 known moons. So yes, over 145.
I lose again.
Jody says probably Saturn because they count the ones in the rings. There we go. A moon is a moon.
Now, if they count the ones in the rings, then it would be over 10,000.
No, because a lot of that's just asteroids. Little chunks of debris or that sort of thing.
I still think they ripped us off when they made Pluto not a planet anymore. But I've also seen that they've decided that they found a fourth planet. A ninth planet now. Yes.
A fourth planet. Really? Yes. So there's more planets after Earth?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm rewatching For All Mankind. And I just watched the part that Mark Gibson stopped watching it because of guns on the moon? Nope.
All right. Donnie says 246 moons. They discovered over 100 new moons at Saturn recently. Okay. Let's see here.
I feel like we're being mooned by Saturn.
No, you're right. As of March 12th, 2025, Saturn has 274 confirmed moons in its orbit now. There we go. I'm fact checking it as it is right now, even though the AI overview says it has 146. So there we go. So it's still more than 145.
Yep.
So clearly Donnie's also Googling.
That's how he's getting his answers. It's not type. It's not slow typing.
Yep. You gave it away. Now we know the answer. Speaking of answers, let's go for another question. This one should be easy for most of us. Question 4. What does the car company BMW stand for in English?
Broke most winners. Oh, wait.
Donnie says, your AI is behind, Ken. Well, it's not my AI; it's the Google AI.
I actually know the answer to that question too.
Yeah, I knew it as well beforehand.
Well,
That's why I included it.
I was stationed in that area of Germany for several years, like over 15.
Don says Bavaria Motor Works. Donnie says something I can't pronounce. Motor Works.
Bananarama Motorworks? What?
Batman.
Batman Motorworks. Yes,
No,
that
it's
is the
Batman
correct
Works.
answer.
Batman Works.
Batman Works. When you said that, an evil thought came into my mind. I will be nice.
Any other answers out there? Jody says big man wallet. Takes a while to get those smart ass answers, but he gets them.
Well, you notice mine came out instantly.
So Don is pretty much correct, a little off, but it's
Yeah,
Bavarian.
he's missing an N.
Yeah, Bavarian Motorworks.
And the reason that in Germany Americans called them broke most winters is because I can't remember exactly what it was, but something like the CV joints would freeze up and break when it got really cold.
Ooh. Good to know.
Yeah.
And Don says, type too fast. No problem, Don. We're still accepting your answer. So you can give yourself a point for that one. Jeff's train model and HO and O gauge is here. So just Jeff's here.
Howdy, Jeff.
Donnie says, because they were broken most winters.
Yep. I mean, don't get me wrong. Well, I was going to say, don't get me wrong. They're good, expensive cars, but in Germany, Mercedes and BMW are kind of like driving a Ford or a Chevy.
Yeah, the local boy.
Yeah.
That, everybody drives.
I, on the other hand, drove an Opel.
Ah.
The first car I ever owned was an Opel Rekord. I owned it for a whole week. And then some idiot driving an 11-ton meat truck decided to drive beyond the hour that they're allowed to drive, and then they have to take a break. And so he fell asleep. Was in my lane. We talked about this in one of the streams earlier this week.
Jeff says he likes a Mustang. Yeah, he says I have a 1966 convertible Mustang 302.
Nice. I'm not sure what Donnie means with that. How did you fit in a little? Did I say something stupid? I probably did.
Because Donnie said, "Oh, Don, now you don't have a number."
Uh-oh.
And Don says, "Sinking like a rock. YouTube hates me."
Okay. Actually, these look like they're good, but I'm gonna leave them alone for right now. That's what he was talking about. How did I fit in a little jewel? Exactly. Don is correct. OPEL, not OPAL. And it was an Opel Rekord, which was basically it's like a Ford Granada. Then I had an also, or the upscale version was an Opel Senator.
Okay, this next one here should be easy for a lot of our viewers. So the question number 5. Creator, Friends, and Classic are product lines in which toy line?
Creator, what were they?
So they are Creator, Friends, and Classic.
I might know. But then again, I might not.
Jody says Lego.
That's what I was thinking.
Don says Lego? Question mark. Yes, that's what Jody said. He said Lego. Stephen Haynes says Lego.
Speaking of little block-like toys, I knew it was coming, didn't know when it was coming. I have another project that my wife got for me. I have a 6,000 piece, not Lego set to put together now.
Nice. Don says, I don't do Lego.
You don't do Lego? Why don't you do Lego? Legos are fun.
Well, I did say it'd be easy for some people because we do have a whole section in our Discord dedicated to Lego, which is, yes, that is the answer, Lego.
So let me walk over here and I'll show you what came in. And I downloaded the manual from Lego itself. And let's see. Book 2 has 345 pages.
Ooh.
Out of 3.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's funny because each picture on here, this one, and so on, and this one, they're each a page in the Lego book.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Donnie says, Lego my ego.
And eventually, I believe, if I remember right, she ordered Hogwarts Castle as well.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because those go into her Disney Village.
Okay. Well, the looks do fit the theme.
Yes. And I've been thinking about getting out the, I think it's 1/43rd scale Millennium Falcon and actually rebuilding it. It's been in a box since we left California.
Oh, okay.
It's huge. It's the same size as the Millennium Falcon that is on the wall of the display room. Which the D'Agostini one or Fan Home one, it's that size.
Donnie says Hogwarts ain't Disney.
So it's Lego.
Okay. Question number 6.
Donnie says, "Is it?" See, Donnie knows Lego. Disney is buying everything.
They are. Okay. So any UK viewer may be able to get this one, but you have to listen closely to the wording. Question 6. What is the largest carnivore native to the UK? Stephen Haynes is asking, Buck, is that the 7,500 brick one.
I'm guessing he's talking about the
Lord of the
Millennium
Rings?
Falcon.
Oh, the Millennium Falcon. Oh, maybe.
I believe it's not the newest one, but it was the biggest one when I got it about 10 or 12 years ago. Now, the Lord of the Rings is about, I think it was 6,300 pieces. The 7,500, if I'm not mistaken, that one is the one I've got reworked, because there are parts of that thing that if you look at them wrong, they explode. As do all Legos. Well, not all, but certain ones, like, I don't know, Eiffel Tower. Oh, God. There's a reason why they discontinued the Eiffel Tower.
Jody says bear. Don says wolf. Donnie says badger, I think. Don says, is that the honey badger? Jody says there used to be lions there.
I was thinking, certain ladies in the bars at night. I don't know.
But just remember, some animals are omnivores. So I'm looking for carnivore native to the UK.
So it wouldn't be a kangaroo.
Are you sure about that?
I don't think they're native to the UK.
And you don't think they're carnivore? Jody says, oh, yeah, bears are omnivores or omnifixors.
Oh, nice. Tomorrow it's going to be 5 degrees cooler than it was today. 84. Yay.
Nice. So no guess from Stephen Haynes. So the answer I was looking for was the European badger.
Ah.
There we have it.
Well, and as you started to say the answer, the thought popped into my mind, and I was like, an American werewolf in London? No, he's an American.
The answer is badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. Donnie says, I was the closest.
We'll give you half credit, Donnie.
I like, is that the honey badger? Honey badger don't give a shit.
Winnie the Pooh.
All right, so you got your upper litters in place.
Yep, and I'm pressing them down right now with 1 through 3 blocks.
I see that.
Hoping that we'll do something. Let's see, because they were kind of popping up a little bit.
Were they?
Yeah.
I mean, you could leave the 1, 2, 3 blocks on there.
Well, now that I took the piece of wood out from underneath, because I put the glue on the back of the letters this time.
I saw that, but you didn't lay any glue down?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I will be wrong in many ways.
Don says you're dropping 2. Other Don, welcome to my world.
Happens to me too. I cheat. I show up at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I start chatting. I get into first place, and then Jody shows up and says, "Hi, I'm here," and boom, he's in first place. Happens every time.
Okay, question 7. Which land animal has the longest lifespan? Try to be specific. Which land animal has the longest lifespan? And I just ask that you try to be specific if you can be. Alex says blue whale. Yeah, well, you see them running around on land all the time, don't you?
I do. Depends on what I'm smoking.
Donnie says, but I'm still ahead of you, Don. Jody says, it's the quality of comments. And then he says Galapagos tortillas.
Yes, Galapagos tortillas.
Donnie says giant tortoise. Jody says tortoise. Don says the African swallow. Oh, not the European swallow. Well, they are a little bit stronger. You can, can I grip a coconut?
Well, I like the idea of tortoise, but I think they're more of a aquatic animal, not a land animal.
It depends on the type of tortoise. Actually, I believe the turtle is more of the aquatic, like the sea turtle. Whereas I believe a tortoise itself is more of a land-based animal. Stephen Haynes says tortoise.
I don't know if I still have the pictures, but we had in the first week after we moved into the house, we had a snapping turtle stop by.
Oh.
But not just any snapping turtle. This sucker was about 4 foot across.
Whoa.
Yeah, we had pictures of it next to Andrea's Kia Soul, and she was afraid it was going to bite one of the tires off the car.
Well, they do have quite the beak, don't they?
They do. And it was funny because she saw it and she went out there and it was pissed. It was hissing at her and everything. She's like, "Oh, I've got to go inside."
So do you have an answer?
I was thinking crocodile, but then again, those are also aquatic.
Oh, okay. Okay, so anybody who guessed a tortoise or a tortoise type, I'll give you half points. The actual answer is the St. Helena tortoise.
Huh.
They have an average lifespan of 150 years. And the current longest lived one right now is believed to be 192 years old.
Wow.
And there's actually believed that there were others that have lived longer than that. And that was some of the extra trivia I had in there. There's a few more questions with a little extra trivia.
So I'm looking right now to see if I have a picture of that monster.
Yeah, if you have it, share it.
Yep. I know Andrea should have a picture of it on her phone because she took a picture of it and sent it to me at work.
I mean, you could always put it in Discord later if you don't. Yeah. If she's the one who has it.
Oh, look at that. There's my rocket that I finished in 2018.
Don says, was he Teenage Mutant? The snapping turtle?
Might have been.
Clearly not the ones I'm talking about, because they're like 192 years old.
I'm looking. I don't think I have it.
Yeah, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics were not for kids, that's for sure. They were black and white, and like I remember seeing like some of the panels that had like the turtles fighting like street thug type people, and like one of the turtles was like riding like one of the thugs down like on his back on a set of stairs and like slamming his head into the ground on the final one.
Cowabunga.
They all wore I guess it was like on the cover of the comic was color, and they all had red bandanas covering their eyes, not different colors. And Shredder was killed by being knocked off the roof of a building with I think a thermite grenade in his hand.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they were a little bit more violent, the originals.
Well, I remember when we first heard about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I was like, what the hell is that? I had been in Europe for over 10 years. And we went to visit some people that we knew, which amazingly, every time we went over to their house, they had just cleaned up an hour and a half prior, and the kids just destroyed the house.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Stephen, but I believe in the UK they weren't allowed to use ninja, so they were called Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Heroes in a half shell. No, it's pulling the letters off. No, not that. That did not work.
Oh, get the wax paper out. Steven says pass. He's not sure. I believe I had seen one of those like Netflix specials on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It talks about the show and everything, I think, and I think it was like the shows that made us or something like that. And they were talking about how it was they couldn't use ninja because it was too violent, and so they had to use hero.
Well, I remember that in Europe they were Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Oh, so it was a lot of Europe, was it?
Yep.
Okay,
Germany
then.
was the same way.
Let's see here. Jody says, when I was 16, I went to my buddy's uncle's place for the summer to paint Ninja Turtles murals on the kids' room. Well, that's cool.
So just for fun, I'm going to see if I can screw up the letters on this side.
And I'm going to ask the next question.
Okay.
And this one also has a little bit of just a small snippet of trivia afterwards.
Oh, look
Question
at that.
8.
Look at that.
Oh, there you go.
And the Y is crooked.
And the W a little bit too.
Yep. What's funny is the Y leans this way and the W leans this way.
Tony says, Germany is in Europe, Buck.
Not last week, it wasn't.
Okay, question 8. What animal species has the largest eyes? What animal species has the largest eyes?
I'm sitting here thinking owl.
Ooh.
They're not that's not a species. That's a type of bird.
Jody says squid.
I could see that.
So now you're gonna paint the backs or glue the backs of these letters, and then maybe lay some glue down on the surface as well.
Why would I do that? It makes sense.
I'm just asking. Don says whale. Donnie agrees with Jody.
No, I'm going to do that, but I was just asking why I would do that. Why would I do something that makes sense? It's me.
I don't know. Donnie says those suckers have huge eyes. Jody says more specifically,
the blue whale.
He says colossal squid.
We were watching some Shark Week stuff today.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And they had something on there about Jaws. The fact that Peter Benchley's story about that little fish that tried to eat everybody in that town was actually based on a real story.
Yes, and I believe Ian spoke about it too on a one of the either Friday night or Sunday streams. It was the one in came to like New Jersey or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was
Ian was a little intoxicated while telling the story, but yeah.
Well, it was funny while watching it because I had heard about it, but I did not realize it was only 4 people that died that created such a hubbub.
Yeah, and it wasn't a great white shark either, was it?
It was one of them was a great white. The other was a bull shark. They think it was 2 sharks.
Okay.
They don't know for sure.
Okay, here we go. Getting their letters ready to be put in place.
Yep.
That's backwards.
And upside down. That's on purpose.
Each one's got its own little quirk.
Yes. Take that off before... There. See the glue?
Yep.
Took that off before it stuck.
There we go. All right. So the answer is a colossal squid. And the little trivia bit is the eyes can measure almost up to 11 inches. That is a large eye.
Can you imagine the size of glasses he needs?
And the shape?
Yeah.
His eyes aren't side by side.
Speaking of glasses, my wife, Andrea, came back from the optometrist after picking up her progressive lenses. And she's like, oh my God, these are the greatest things ever. I told her.
Donnie says, now Buck's gluing the tape to the letters.
Yes. I will figure out how to screw this up, Donnie. Don't worry.
He's got it well in hand.
You know, I'm going to leave that there because it's been a while since I did that. But having tape sitting there, taped down to the desk that you can just cut, is really nice.
I usually leave some on those cutting boards I have.
Yeah. What I should have done, if I'd have been thinking, and that's not always my best suit.
Don says he wants it to really stick.
I do.
Yeah, you could have left tape on that little one. So you could put it away at times.
I'm going to try and see, because the other side came loose.
Gentle.
Oh! But the glue is wet underneath, so it should go right back down. Come on. Be good. Oh! But it went back down. And you can see how much glue is. The reason it came up is there's so much glue underneath it.
Yeah. Had you left it if you weren't doing this on YouTube, you could have like waited till tomorrow or whatever.
Oh yeah, if I
been
wasn't doing
fine.
this on YouTube, I'd have done these. I'd have done one side and let it dry, and the other side and let it dry. Hey, you know
Exactly.
what I could do? Yeah, that would be fun.
Don says, "See, you effed up."
And this is only set for 300 degrees. I could set a fire. I actually turned it off before I pulled it off the thing. And anybody who doesn't know what this is, it's a heat gun.
Steven says, "Good try, Buck."
No, I think it's going to stick.
I said, "Jesus, there's a fire."
I didn't start the fire. No, I didn't. It's been always burning since the world's been turning. Billy Joel hates that song.
All right. Question 9, because we're, it's 9 o'clock already. What city did the Beatles originate from?
I think I know that.
What city did the Beatles originate from?
Definitely was not Chicago.
Well, you could put that as an answer and see how you fare.
No, it's not Chicago. That's what I'm saying.
Alec is just hopping on his break. Let's see here. Don says Liverpool. Steven says Liverpool.
I agree with that answer. And Alec, what you should probably do if you're on break is instead of hopping, you should just go and sit down in the break room. You're going to get tired hopping.
Jody says Kidney Pond. Donnie says, "Yep, Liverpool."
It's a pool made of liver.
As opposed to a kidney and a pond.
Yes. I just got what Jody was saying.
was laying down.
Yes.
Okay.
I just picked up when he laid down.
Yep. No, I caught it. Alex says no, he's sitting at Starbucks.
Or I could have said that I smelled what he stepped in.
You could have said that.
Picking up what he's putting down.
There you have it. All right, question 10. This one also has some trivia afterwards. Question 10 is, what decade was the band Aerosmith formed? What decade was the band Aerosmith formed? I need the decade.
Not a problem, Alec. What Alec is talking about is, I don't even remember which one it was that I got 2 of.
Dawn says 1960s. Jody says 1970s.
I got 2 of one of these, and I sent one of them to Alec.
Nice. Donnie says 70s.
I agree that it's the 70s, and I think I know the year.
I'll give it a few more seconds for a few more answers. Steven says 70s, I think.
And I am willing to show how ignorant I am.
So don't think of what year the first album came out or anything like that. It's the decade they formed as Aerosmith. Donnie says, "Hey, I'm number 1 again, Dawn."
Yay! We
Okay,
shouldn't
Buck.
tell Donnie. We shouldn't tell Donnie that he's going to go to bed soon. That he's going to fall off.
Okay, Buck. What? Go ahead with your reasoning there.
I believe that it was 1972.
All right then. Dawn says, piss off. Jody gives a thumbs up. Okay, so the answer was 1970s was the decade. So they formed in 1970. They got a recording contract with Columbia Records in 1972.
Ooh.
Yeah. And the group released their self-titled debut album in 1973.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I was kind of proud of that.
Yeah, you were close. Donnie says, nope, that's not right, Buck.
It was really, really close.
Yeah, had it been a year earlier, though, had they formed, it would have been the 60s.
Yep.
And Dawn would have been right. Yeah, Dawn said, missed by a year.
Missed it by that much.
Donnie says, okay, gotta run, guys. Great stream, Buck. You take
See you,
care,
Donnie.
Donnie. Enjoy
You
your
gonna be
run.
on tomorrow? You gonna be on tomorrow, Donnie? Watch, he's already gone.
Yeah, he's eager to go for his run.
Through the jungle?
Donnie says, I'll just leave while I'm number one.
See, I should have done that yesterday.
Donnie said, yeah, I'll be there tomorrow.
Cool. Coolness.
Alex talking about how he messed up his register. Now it thinks it's permanently out of paper. Stephen Haynes. Stephen, I got one more question for you, though, for the UK. We'll see if you can get this one. If you're willing to stick around for this one last question. But he does say, Nate, guys, it's late here. I'll see you all tomorrow. We'll see if he heard what I had to say there. See if he's willing to stick around for this last question. Because I thought of you when I saw this question.
Sitting here looking. You would think it would be an obvious piece. But again, I've been building this long enough that I should know no piece is obvious.
Okay, I'm going to read this next question here just in case Stephen Haynes is sticking around to hear it. Question 11. What is the British equivalent of the Oscars/Academy Awards called? What is the British equivalent of the Oscars/Academy Awards called?
I do not know.
Let's see here. Alec is also saying he messaged you about his new plans for his Constitution build.
Message for you, sir.
Yeah. Yep. Jody says, the Rogers. Is that is in the Jolly Rogers or what? Oh, wait,
No, he's talking
Pirates.
about the movies. The movie awards.
No, I know. Don says, watch those U-bolts on those axle builds.
Well, this spring here was bent. I just straightened it. There's this piece. This is the piece I was looking for.
Okay. That's the one that's going under the seat? Or under the footrest?
Yeah. It goes on here like this. There's a hole even for it. Yay.
Do you need to paint the underside of that first?
I do. I'm just looking to see. That hole's going to have to be enlarged a little bit.
Oh, if it's enlarged, maybe you might want to check with your doctor.
Yeah.
All right, because I think Stephen Haynes is gone. He didn't hear me try to stop him, but I will give the answer to that question because no one else other than Jody seems to be willing to give it a shot. So the answer is called the BAFTAs, which is the British Academy of Film and Television Arts.
That actually I have heard of before.
Mm-hmm. Don says, hey, you're not following the instructions. LOL.
I am too. There's instructions right there. See, right there. That's that part. There it is. I'll put it right there.
Alec is saying if you haven't sealed the back of your wagon yet, you could ask Donnie to print somebody to go on the back.
Why would I seal it? It's got a lock. Let me move that lock so I don't lose it. Because I did lose somewhere on this table. I lost the lock or the door for the very bottom of the hull or bottom of the.
Did you look under your keyboard?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I looked everywhere.
Don says, just kidding.
That's okay.
So who do we got left that's playing trivia tonight?
Me.
We got
I'm
Jody, we got you, and we got Don.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, so question 12. This goes back to Vincent van Gogh again. What nationality was Vincent van Gogh? Don says, my lock has survived somehow. Ooh, you gonna do it, Buck? Careful, careful. Slowly.
Very slow, very slow. See, and that's the thing. I want to pull it now while the glue is a little bit wet still so that the tape doesn't stick.
Good job. So Don says Dutch. Jody says Dutch. And Alec is just saying that he thinks he's HTM's Kim, and everyone blames him for everything. So I think he means Ensign Kim.
Huh, we never promoted him that high. I think he's still Frank.
He's still Frank, yeah. Did you have a guess on this one?
I like Dutch. Dutch sounds right.
Yeah. All right, then. So, yes, the answer is Dutch.
And I don't know why, but it just popped into my head. I don't know. Have you ever seen the movie? I can't even remember the name, but it's where somebody is murdering all the great chefs of Europe.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Just the one thing that popped in, and I don't know what triggered it, but every now and then it pops into my head because Jacqueline Bisset is in that movie. And she's a pastry chef, and she's making a bomba. And it was funny because when they figure out that somebody is killing all the great chefs in Europe, she goes, oh my God, something along the lines of, oh my God, I'm the dessert. And 13 or 14, maybe 16-year-old me was like, yep.
Don says Ian Jr., referring to poor Alec.
Yes. How do you know he's poor?
Well, he's buying too many models and stuff. He must be. I don't know. He's poor because he didn't get promoted to ensign?
Yeah, that could be.
So now you gotta grab your paint and paint your wagon.
Yes, paint my wagon.
Jody, are you thinking of painting a wagon? Are you thinking of the song now?
Got a dream, boys. Got a song. That would be, I could earworm people if they had seen the movie. It's always been one of my favorite movies because I've always loved Clint.
This isn't one of the trivia questions, but do you know what his? I think this is correct. I'm not sure, but do you know what his first acting role was on film? What film it was? He was not a main character. He was just an extra.
Oh shit! I know he started with Rawhide. That's where he really got his start, and Sergio Leone's Good, Bad, and the Ugly were where he really got into mainstream fame. But top of my head, I do not know what his first movie ever really was.
I believe he played a sailor in a Francis the Talking Mule movie.
Hey, Taylor. Now you did it to the Google.
And they told him he'd never make a good actor because he was too tall and lanky.
He was still is a great actor.
Oh yeah, and a director.
Yes. All of what is he, like 1,000 years old now?
Yeah.
Unforgiven, good movie. I'm just going back. Wow. You were close.
Okay.
He was in Francis in the Navy as Jonesy. But his first movie on IMDb is Revenge of the Creature from 1955, and he was uncredited.
Oh, okay. So his first credited role then was in Francis the Talking Mule movie.
Yes.
So, okay. Well, I was close.
What the hell? No way. That's kind of blows my mind. Down at the bottom for credits, it's got producer, upcoming one. It's in pre-production. They're remaking The Gauntlet.
Oh.
You have seen The Gauntlet, haven't you?
I do believe I have.
The one where he's with Sandra Locke and she's a witness and they get in there. They reinforce the bus.
Yeah. And then Don also says he's 95. Good for him.
Old man. But I believe he's actually still the mayor of Carmel.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, Carmel, California, the city that he lives in.
Yeah.
I know he was the mayor for a while. And he played a lot of interesting roles.
Okay, so this one here is a kind of a fits in here with what you're building.
Okay.
So question 13. Question 13. In which U.S. city is the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum?
For some reason, I think that's going to be a just off-the-wall location that you're going to be like, huh?
Nope. It's a major center.
Well, I'm bouncing between two, Austin and Kansas City.
Okay.
I don't know why. The marbles ran into each other in my brain, somewhere in my head, and that's what spit out.
There we go. You got the bottom of the footrest there all painted up.
Yep. Let it dry a little bit.
And Don says Denver.
See, and that's what I'm saying. That would be an oddball one. This paintbrush has seen better days. Oh, wow. The good old B series movies or B movies from the 50s. Tarantula.
Oh, jeez. All right. So the answer is Oklahoma City.
I was half right.
Like it's a major center. I mean,
Yeah. Well, Oklahoma City. I had Kansas City.
yep.
By the way, you know what's funny? I'm still looking at Clint Eastwood's filmography here. And the three that are really, really, you know, his Westerns, the ones that got him started in Westerns. Fistful of Dollars, For a Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yep.
I've been through the area where I'm sure that's where they filmed it, because on Sicily, oh my God, some of that area looks just like in those movies.
The old spaghetti westerns.
Yep. But what's funny is I always thought that he played the same person in all three of those movies.
Joe.
Well, he's Joe in A Fistful of Dollars,
Mm-hmm.
Monco in For a Few Dollars More, and Blondie in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yep.
But truthfully, in all three of them, he's actually the man with no name.
Yes.
That's where you were going, wasn't it? Ha!
Yeah.
Beat you there.
Don says, spaghetti.
That blows my mind. Two Mules for Sister Sarah. First time I ever saw it was 1978. It was made in 70.
Don says, actually.
Damn it. Now I'm going to have to watch Clint Eastwood movie tonight.
I still love in Deadpool. The what is it? Is it the Deadpool? Yeah. Who sings Welcome to the Jungle? Who's the actor who's singing it?
I don't know.
Jim Carrey.
Is it?
Yeah. He's not in the movie long because he's the first person killed. So.
No, not Monty, Alec, Monco. And For a Few Dollars More is the name of the movie, but you need to watch A Fistful of Dollars first, then For a Few Dollars More, and then The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I just saw I've got a little sliver of metal there. I just happened to be looking at the right spot, and there's a little sliver right there. It should not be there. There, better. Well, that's cool. did I put that piece back in? Oh, nope, there it is. I was like, did I put that piece back in the box?
No, I put it almost on top of the picture of the piece on the
I did.
instructions, so as to
I did.
camouflage it. Yep.
I actually remember that that's where I put it after I put it there, or after I found it. I was like, oh yeah, I put it there because I thought it was funny.
Okay, question 14. What is the name for the area directly above an earthquake's focal point?
Isn't that called the place that really shakes the shit out of itself?
That may be another name it's known as.
Oh wait, it's called California.
Don says High Plains Drifter.
No, I don't think that is.
Jody says your mom. Don then says epicenter. And Jody laughs as well. Your mom.
I think Jody got the right answer.
So you think who got the right answer?
Jody, with your mom.
I like Jody's answer.
Yeah.
A lot of these you could answer with your mom.
Yeah. That's going to be my answer for everything from now on.
Alex says I said epicenter too.
No, you didn't. You just now said it. You didn't said it before, though.
So yes, the answer is epicenter.
The epicenter.
Yep.
Ask anybody who lived in California.
Yep.
Or Alaska.
Okay, the next question.
I gotta ask, what kind of a fool lives in the two worst states for earthquakes? Okay, you were saying.
So I'm going to carry on here. Question 15 kind of fits in with the Western motif as well.
Mm-hmm.
Question 15 is desert plants, bunny ears. So these are desert plants names. Bunny ears and fairy castle are what plants? Are plants in which variety? So bunny ears and fairy castles are what types of plants? I'm just waiting for someone to say your mom.
Your mom.
Don says cactus.
That's what I'm thinking too.
I kind of gave away when I said fits the Western theme. So
yeah. Oh wait, I like Don's answer.
What about Jody's peyote?
Peyote, yep. I like Don's answer where he says, Buck. They're versions of me.
Oh, bunny ears. But I mean, yeah, so desert plants, bunny ears, and fairy castles are varieties of cactus.
The one you want to watch out for is the cholla. That's the paddle cactus.
Ah.
Those ones will hurt you. They'll hurt you bad.
Alex says made up. He says just kidding, desert.
He's kidding with the desert? I don't get it.
I don't know. Oh, pardon me.
Do you have any Grey Poupon?
I don't know if you heard me silently burping.
I heard it. I thought it was. I thought it was your stomach saying, "Hey, I'm hungry."
No, that was
When-
me trying to keep my mouth closed while burping.
See, you could have just said, "Yeah, it was my stomach going grumble, grumble."
No, but I'm not really hungry, so.
Wow. The footrest to actually fit with the way that the piece is made would sit like this.
Mm-hmm.
It's curved pretty bad.
Don says, by the way, I love the Segura cactus for Wyoming in your thumbnail.
Yep. I
Then he says, Bing, that there are no cactus in Wyoming.
That's okay. This guy got lost. He's on his way to Albuquerque.
There you go. Now it says being.
No, Bing. Bing works better.
Bing. There's no. Is that like Bazinga?
No, let's see. It did Todd put it back in here? Let's see. I don't see it. It's so sad. You know, with the right answer. Bing, 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 bing.
Don says autocorrect sucks.
Actually,
There. Wait. I don't recognize this one.
With excitement like this, who is needing enemas?
Ah.
Did you straighten it out a little bit?
I did. Don't know if it's going to be enough. I think it's got to go further still.
I like Jody's answer. Autocollect is terrible. I never uses it's
Exactly. So I think what I'm going to have to do is glue this on here first before I try to straighten it.
to its desired
Yeah.
angle. The angle of the dangle.
Maybe. Because it's going to pop off again. Yep, there it goes. I thought when Jody typed in autocorrect, I thought he was talking about some German dog.
All right, question 16. What is the boiling point of water in Celsius?
That's easy.
It should be. The boiling point of water in Celsius. Wasn't sure how many people were still going to be on and how many of them are going to be non-metric using people. Dawn says 100. Jody says 100 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And what does Buck say? Oh, Jody.
Buck.
Alex says 100.
Buck says 273 Kelvin.
But I said in Celsius.
Well, that would be 100.
Okay. So the correct person is Jody at 100 degrees. I wish you just said 100. I mean, come on. No, I'm just kidding. Because you're saying because it's already, in Celsius. So yes, 100 degrees Celsius. So easy.
I'm double checking to make sure that I've got it right.
No, it's freezes at 0 degrees Celsius and boils at 100 degrees Celsius.
I was off by 100 degrees Celsius. Because Kelvin is minus 273 degrees Celsius.
Ah.
Well, you know what that is, right?
Freezing point.
Oh no, that
Is that what you're
is
saying?
no minus 273 Kelvin is where all motion in molecules stops.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, and Hobbes.
Don says technicality. Jody says
No,
I got a bucknicality.
Yes, Jody got it on a bucknicality.
Yep. Okay, this one deals with the holidays. Is question 17. What are Frosty the Snowman's eyes made out of?
Cheeseburgers?
Cheeseburgers.
The more important question for Alec would be, who is Frosty the Snowman?
Yep. And why does he go bumpity bump bump?
Bumpity bump bump bump. Look at get me singing. Look at Frosty go. Things that go bumpity bump bump in the night. It's interesting that the picture has that in yellow. Yellow. Look at that. Alex copying from Don.
So we have coal and coal. Any guesses from you, Buck?
That's coal.
Yes. So the answer
Two
is
two eyes made out of coal.
Yep. With a corn cob pipe.
And a button nose.
That's right. I should have asked what his nose was, because a lot of people might have thought stereotypically a carrot.
A carrot? Not a carrot.
No, but you see a picture of a lot of snowmen with a carrot nose.
Yep.
All right.
Let me see. Let me move this up so people can actually see that I'm destroying shit that I shouldn't be. I mean, drilling.
Okay, here we go. Question 18. Who is the Greek god of war and son of Zeus and Hera?
Bob? Is it Bob?
Bob from accounting?
Yes, Bob from accounting.
Jody pulls off shirt. Coal.
I has a chunk of 2x4 in here somewhere. Where is it? Do you have it, Ken? Did you move it?
I did not.
Okay.
Jody says Hermes.
Nope.
Alex says Aries.
Holy shit, Alec knew something. Sorry. Did I give it away?
You did. Way to go. So yes, the answer is Aries. Aries was the god of war.
And you said Greek, right?
Yep, Greek god of war and son of Zeus and Hera.
What's his name in Roman? In Rome?
Mars.
Yep. I was just checking. There we go. Hermes is the god's messenger.
Yes. He's got the wings on his feet.
Yep. He's the FTD florist guy.
Yep. Okay, this next question has a lot of access trivia afterwards. Question 19. Which auto brand was the first to offer seat belts? Alec has said he's also husband to Aphrodite, a goddess of love and beauty. Don says Tucker.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking Chevy, but I forgot about that. I would love to get a model of a Tucker.
Jody says Studebaker. Studebaker, sorry. Baker. Nasty little
Studebaker.
beggar.
No, Studebaker.
Okay, so the only other person, I guess, really playing along would be you, Buck. And what say you?
Tucker.
Tucker? Okay.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that until Don said that.
So, none of you are correct.
What?
Huh?
You're going to say it's Chevy, aren't you? That's what I initially popped into my head.
Nope, not Chevy. The first auto brand to offer seat belts was Nash Motors. And you're like thinking, who the hell is Nash Motors?
No, I'm not. I'm sitting there thinking about the little Nash Rambler.
Okay. So, a little extra information about Nash. Innovations by Nash included the introduction of an automobile heating and ventilation system in 1938 that is still used today. They also, another innovation was unibody construction in 1941. Seatbelts came in to them being offered in 1950. And they also built a compact car in 1950. So they merged with AMC, which is American Motors Corporation, in 1954, and unfortunately became defunct in 1957. So that's Nash Motors and a little bit of information about Nash Motors.
Well, the thing is about Tucker, that just sounded like something that Tucker would have done, because one of the things they had on a Tucker was the third headlight.
The big center one.
Yep. And the neat thing about the one in the center is as you turned the wheel, so did that headlight turned with it,
Nice.
so that you would see where you were headed.
Yeah. Which is a feature on some vehicles these days now.
It's kind of funny. My Jeep does that. It doesn't turn the headlights, but when I turn, the marker light, when I hit my turn signal, the marker light towards the direction I'm turning gets brighter. Kind of as a signal to the other drivers and to give me a little bit better illumination.
So that was question 19. So one question left to go. I'll give it a couple of minutes here.
How much would a woodchuck chuck if woodchuck could chuck wood?
That's a good question.
I've asked Alexa that before.
Yeah.
I
After the
forget-
show tonight, I'm going to be watching Alien Earth, which is the new television series in the Alien/Aliens franchise.
Oh, so as in the movie Alien.
Yep. So as in one of those xenomorphs gets to Earth. And I know it's available on if you have the streaming Disney service. I don't know if you have that.
I do.
Yeah, it's available on that.
Wait.
I've got it primed and ready to go.
Ken,
I know. Just figure it
would
out.
I have Disney stuff?
So yeah, it is available streaming, at least in Canada. On
Cool.
Today's the first release of the first 2 episodes.
Well, hang on. I remember what I said earlier. Is Clint Eastwood in it?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, then I'm going to have to go watch something else.
Okay.
Actually, I'll probably. I'm torn between For All Mankind and watching Star Trek because I have not watched all the way back through. What is it? I forget what the name of the show is. Shit, the latest one.
Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Because I'm watching through all 3 seasons the first 2 seasons before I watch season 3. That way I can binge it.
Okay. Alex says it only wants me to watch it on Hulu, sadly. Okay.
Well, here's the thing about Hulu. Hulu is Disney Plus. Disney Plus has both Hulu and ESPN the Ocho.
Where you can watch dodgeball matches.
Exactly. ESPN 8. The Ocho. I went to all the trouble of drilling the holes through these, and then those pins don't stick all the way through.
Oh.
That's okay.
Putty is your friend?
No, I just put the wire nuts on there, or the nuts on there on the bottom side.
Oh, well, there you go then. Okay, we'll end the trivia early tonight with question 20 with 12 minutes left, 11 minutes left.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty much at a stopping point anyway.
Okay. So, question 20. What is the name of the thin and long country that spans more than half of the western coast of South America? What is the name of the thin and long country that spans more than half of the western coast of South America?
And if I'm not mistaken, it has the driest spot on Earth.
I believe you're correct. Jody says Chile. Don says Chile.
It's Chile, and either the driest spot on Earth. I agree, it's Chile, but I'll wait for the answer. But the driest spot on Earth. It's kind of funny. I watched something. I think it was History Channel recently, where they researched and they think that the last time it had actual significant rainfall, like more than a half a millimeter a year, was 2 million years ago.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, the answer is Chile.
Yay!
Alex says I can find it on Disney Plus, but it asked me to unlock it, sadly.
That's weird. Hulu should be tied into Disney Plus these days. At least it is for us.
Yeah, I don't know that Hulu's a thing here in Canada. So I don't have Hulu show. I have Stars shows up under that.
I want to see stars. Mouth off one more time and you will. Just looking at this as things go further and further, I'm thinking I'm going to probably have to do another coat of paint on this thing. Ah, there goes my lock. I had glued it in there at one point. Let me get this back in here. Okay. So we started here with a U that was off center. And then we decided to move on to making a W and a Y be a little bit off.
But only on the ends. Not the second Y. Or the first Y, I should say.
But this must be the A side.
That's your display side right there.
Yep. Yep. Every model always has an A and a B side.
Yep.
Matter of fact, even the overhang here looks better. The overhang over here is a lot larger, but this one looks better. Then I did a little bit of work on here. It's the bar had to be straightened out almost completely for it to actually hit and make this sit up the way it should.
Don says your T is off.
That's okay. It's allowed. I see it right now. Actually, hang on.
Actually,
the T is off. Okay, I thought the I was a little bit off. The T is off a little bit. That one right there. That's okay. It wouldn't be my model if it was perfect. I do things like I lose doors to pull parts in the what is it? Bottom part of the ship.
Jody says T is off. Earl Green.
Yes. And it's cold. But that's weird. That's really weird. But no, it's coming along. And next week, after we get this glued on, we start the axles. Yay! Well, I think I'm going to do, because I saw how long Don worked on it, I'm probably going to work the wheels off of this stream, maybe on Friday or something like that, just to get them done. Because I'm looking forward to, not that I've been doing this one for 10 weeks, but I'm looking forward to moving on to the next model.
Yeah.
It's not a bad model. It's not by any stretch of the imagination has it been difficult yet. Some things you take a little bit of work. I do like the fact, and Andrea even said she noticed it, these bars are loose in here. They roll.
Okay.
Makes it harder to cut them with a file. But let me make sure stuff's put away, glue's closed. Okay, so we're going to call it about 6 minutes early tonight. Not bad. Thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate everybody coming by and watching. You know, watching me build a model for a couple hours. It's a lot of fun. The chat is great. I really appreciate you stopping by, Ken, and doing the trivia. I really love it.
Oh, you're welcome.
So anybody who is watching on the rerun, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new content. Leave a mess or leave a comment. I love comments. I will respond. Thank you, everybody, to everybody who is in the chat. We have 8 people still here. That's kind of cool. Ken, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Rutabaga.
Awesome. So with that, I am going to say, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And we'll see you in the next video or stream. And the next stream happens to be tomorrow with the, I almost forgot, Ken. I can't believe you almost let me do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me, and I cheated. It's kind of, well, not really cheated, but what I did do is I put the schedule in the description. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to the description and I'm going to just read it off of there. So tomorrow we will have the Woody Wednesday live stream. Link is in the description, or link to HTM is in the description because that's where it will be. Then Aligning the Stars, or Jordan, will be on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Not sure. He does a variety of streams. I think he's still working on his Slave One tomorrow. Then Friday, we have the HTM stream at 9 Eastern. Saturday, Canadian Starships will be on at 9 Eastern. Sunday, we have our normal, another HTM live stream, group stream at 4 p.m. Eastern. Donnie does Mini Monday on Mondays, obviously, at 9 p.m. Eastern. And before I stream tonight, Ken was on with his Model Mayhem. So now I'm going to say, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow, and we'll see you in the next video or stream.